I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, before we get into today's video, which is a speed build, because yes, we are doing another speed build here on the channel. I know, big surprise. I do want to say a huge thank you to Shop Titans for sponsoring today's video. So, if you guys don't know what Shop Titans is, it is an RPG simulation game on mobile where you have your own shop and you get to sell different kinds of armor and different kinds of weapons in your shop to different kinds of heroes. So this is what my shop looks like. I just expanded it yesterday, so that's why this box up here is empty, but basically I get to fully furnish it myself. Everything that you see in the shop I've placed down myself except from the heroes that are standing right here. You have heroes coming into your shop to buy all this different equipment. You need to make sure that you have equipment for all the different kinds of classes. For example, this guy is a soldier level 15. And then you have druids coming into your shop, ninjas, you have mages and knights as well, you know, all different kinds of classes. You also have a city that you can run with your family or your friends if you want to. You see there's a lot of different workers, they all do different things. Some of them will improve wood production or rock production, which are materials you need for different equipment or different weapons. Then we have a guy up here who stands for a training hall, because you also have your own heroes. So by investing in this guy, he will make sure that your heroes can level up a little bit more. So my heroes are currently level 9, I think, but these are my heroes. I have Ayla right here, who is a soldier. I have Sarah, who is a thief, and I have some different kinds of... I also have a mage. She's adorable, sorry, but she's like the cutest thing ever. So. But you can also make different heroes, like, let's see, I really want, for example, a ninja, because I think they're awesome. I think they're so cool. So I think that's my next one. And it's important to get heroes because you have to send them off on quests and to gather all these different materials, because you need these materials to make more powerful weapons and more powerful armor. So I have a couple of missions out already. These ones are done. So let's see how much they can bring back. Quest complete. Awesome. And they got experience. But what do they bring back to me? Glow shrooms. That's awesome. There are also some pretty nasty bosses that you have to fight. I just did these two earlier today, so they're currently locked for me. I have to wait a little bit before I can battle them again, but you can do that once your heroes get a little bit higher leveled. So if you want to download this game, there is a download link at the very top of the description box, and I recommend that you do because I've had quite a lot of fun with it. I've been playing this quite casually, and by casually I mean constantly. I don't know, I got really into it, building my own shop and expanding it and stuff, and I'm a little bit of a nerd, you guys know that, so I'm into all this kind of like fantasy stuff as well, which you guys know from my book collection in the background. Anyways. And also, if you do decide to download it, which I recommend that you do, leave your names, which is a name followed by a hashtag followed by a number, in the comment section down below, because Shop Titans have been nice enough to do a giveaway, so I think they'll choose about 3 of you guys to win some rare in-game loot. So yeah, definitely recommend you do that as well. But anyways, that is about it, so thank you again to Shop Titans for sponsoring this video, and let's get into the rest of the speed build. So today we are building another house. I was talking a little bit about this yesterday actually, but it was supposed to be a lot smaller than it turned out to be. I started another house. I started a Tudor house that turned out way too big, so I have the shell for that for some other video in the future, I suppose, because I actually like how it turned out. It was way too big for this theme. So, but I talked a little bit about this yesterday. It was supposed to have been like a smaller build, like a small to medium-sized at least, but this is definitely a medium-sized house, so I hope that's okay though. It did take me a lot longer than I expected to build and also finish up and everything, but to me it's fine. We got the video done for today, so it's all good, and I don't know, I'll probably do, because I keep getting questions about this quite often, I'll probably do the shell challenge, the next one this week, and it'll probably be a tiny house, so max 64 tiles. But I'll try to do it in a way so that you can change it and turn it into a micro home, even though I'm not really sure on how to do that, but we will see, because technically if I place walls, you're not supposed to touch the walls because it's a shell challenge, but if I place them down and you still have the foundation, it'll still count as tiles, so it'll still be 64 tiles. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just scrap the whole micro home idea and we'll do that sometime in the future. I don't really know. But yeah, I think I'm starting that this week, so for those of you who are asking, my voice is going a little bit crazy right now. For those of you who are asking, it should start this week and I'm super excited about that. I'm excited for the tour video already. Like, I love going through your what's it called, entries to the shell challenges. It's always a lot of fun. So, but anyways, this house, okay, I forgot to explain exactly what we're doing. It is built on a 30 by 30. It's built in Brindleton Bay, and basically it's supposed to be like, this is another one of those that's often requested, even though it doesn't fully work in game, but it's basically like a home business. So a single mom lives here with her kid and also her tiny human, and she's a painter. She sells her paintings from home, so she doesn't have them in the gallery in San Myshuno. She just sells them in what's supposed to be their living room. She's kind of turned it into a selling thing, a shop? Yes, a shop. So that's what we're doing. We're building a house for a single mom, her 2 children, and she works from home. She sells paintings. She has a couple of easels on the front porch as well, so that's where she does her work. And then in the living room, she sort of has like, because you know, with city living, because of the flea market, you got these sort of, I don't know what they're called, but you can hang paintings on them. And I put 2 of those in the room that's supposed to be the living room. And I actually have Faye paint a lot of paintings. I had to fake her painting skills, so I cheated just a little bit, but I had to do it because she had no painting skill whatsoever, and I wanted there to be a lot of different styles of paintings in the room. So I basically had her go ham on the easels on the front porch while I dragged the paintings onto the 2 different boards in the shop, whatever. I don't know, I don't really know how to explain this, but you'll see it once we get to the interior though, and hopefully it'll make sense. You can either play with this house as residential, so you won't really be able to use the shop that much because people won't come by and actually buy the stuff, which would mean it's not really a shop, it's just they have a room with paintings in them. So that's, I wouldn't recommend playing it like that. Or you can turn it into a retail, so a store. And I'm not really sure how, this is why I'm like, I'm not really sure if it works for gameplay, because can you actually live on the lot if it's a shop? Are you allowed to do that in The Sims? I don't really know. Let me know if that works, but this is something that's been requested so many times. I feel like often it's more like if you could do like a home business or something, so they have the bottom floor is a store or a cafe, a bakery or something like that, and then the top floor is where they live. But I've been to home shops before, not in the city, but my grandma used to live in the country. So we sometimes during winter, her neighbor, or during Christmas, her neighbor would be selling these different Christmas decorations from her own home. And we visited a couple of times to buy some decor from her. And she kind of just had it in her living room. Like that's where she put up everything. And yeah, she just had her store there, her shop there. So I was a little bit inspired by that. I didn't want to turn the whole bottom floor into the store. I just wanted it to be in one room. But that also means they don't have a living room. They just have the shop, the kitchen, and the dining room, and that is pretty much about it, other than, like, both of the kids actually have fairly big-sized rooms, so they have plenty of toys to play with in their bedrooms if they want to, but I did also make sure that they had a lot of activities in the backyard. Even though the backyard is sort of narrow, there is both a gardening area, there's the grill area, and there's also a play area for both the kid and the tiny human, so there should be a monkey jungle bar, a dollhouse, a toy chest, and also a kiddie pool. And yeah, I think that's about it actually. I think that's what they can do, but for me it just felt more natural to have the shop in the living room instead of like turning the whole bottom floor into a shop, if that makes sense. So maybe you see where I'm coming from, maybe not, I don't really know. Also because we're in Brindleton Bay, so it's in the country, so it just reminds me of my grandma's old neighbor a lot more because of that. And yeah, I just had to take inspiration from that. So also I want to say thank you for all the positive comments on yesterday's video. I actually haven't gotten a single negative one, which is surprising to me because there's always someone out there who doesn't like when you talk about personal stuff in your videos, like always. But yeah, just wanted to say thank you so much for all the support. It means a lot to me, and it's definitely making me feel a lot better about the whole situation. So yeah, thank you for that. I also want to say it was so weird starting today's voiceover, because the little bit you saw before the video started with the sponsorship, that was recorded last week, so I haven't done my proper introduction today, and I feel like I'm missing something. It's weird to just jump into it, but that's how it had to be done today, so I'm just gonna like try to forget the fact that I haven't done my intro today, but I'll do it in the next video. It'll be all fine. I think I forgot to mention that the exterior, so at least the facade of the build, because I actually don't know. Anyways, the facade of the build is inspired by a painting that I found on Pinterest. So a painting of a house. I thought it looked super cute, and it just sort of had the vibe that I was wanting for this sort of theme, so I decided to go for it. It's kind of like a basic, classic farmhouse shape, and I decided to add a little bit of extra. There's a small terrace or a small patio on the left side of the house. I added that myself. I didn't know what the back of the house looked like I said before, so I came up with that myself as well. Actually, I get a lot of comments if like I never take inspiration for interior or for landscaping. It's stuff that I come up with myself. I don't know how that works, but I just start placing down plants and hope for the best. Let's put it like that. But for the house itself, I like to take inspiration now and then. Sometimes when I build tiny houses, for example, I'll just start building something. But when it comes to houses of this size, I'll often take inspiration that's like a Kickstarter. So I'll just look at the house for a little bit while I'm starting out building, and then I'll close down the picture and just not look at it again. It's basically just to get started. So that's what I usually do, and today's no exception. Sometimes I'll just start building and just go with the flow or whatever. But today we did take inspiration from a picture on Pinterest, and yeah, I've been spending a lot of time on Pinterest lately. I don't know. Whenever I sit down and I am trying to force myself to watch a TV series or a movie without doing anything else at the same time, because I suck at doing that, but I'm trying to do better, because you need some time off now and then to just like not do much or something. I end up sitting with my phone and going through Pinterest or answering Instagram comments or answering comments on YouTube. So I always end up sitting doing something else at the same time anyways. I don't know. I have issues. It's fine though. We're all good. But I've actually decided, because I started watching this, they have a Korean series on Danish Netflix called Kingdom, I think. And because it's in Korean, you can put it to English, but I don't like when movies and TV series are dubbed. I think it's super frustrating when they don't, like, that's why I like to watch cartoons in the original language, because I don't like it. I don't like when the characters or the actors move their mouths and whatever's coming out of their mouths don't fit with the movements. I hate that. That's so frustrating. So I decided to watch it in Korean with English subtitles. But because I don't know Korean that well, I have to actually read the subtitles, which means that I'm forced to actually watch it. So I do that now over dinner, just like one episode a day, and just like completely like not do anything at the same time other than actually paying attention to the TV series. So I'm a little bit proud of myself for doing that, not gonna lie. But there aren't a lot of episodes in that series, so I'll run out at some point, which is gonna suck in like 11 days or 10 days or something like that. I don't really remember how many episodes, but it's not a lot. So yeah, it'll be fine. I'll find some other foreign TV series where they speak a language I don't really understand, so I'll actually have to watch and, you know, watch the TV series to be able to keep track of what's happening. But anyways, just thought I'd share that. So also, yeah, if you know any really good series that aren't in English or Danish, let me know. Or Swedish or Norwegian, because those would be easy to understand too. If you know any good series in any other languages than those, let me know. Maybe I'll be able to track them down on some of the streaming sites that we have here. And yeah, it would be good for me, so let me know. So we have moved on to, I basically just spoke over all of the exterior, as I usually do, because I'm not really good at speaking about, like, sometimes I like to keep track when it comes to voiceovers. I like to stay on topic sometimes. Sometimes if I have a lot to talk about, I won't. But generally when it comes to interiors, I feel like I kind of swap back and forth a little bit. However, when it comes to exteriors, I'm really bad at talking about exteriors. I don't know what it is. I can't explain how I'm doing landscaping because I'm just doing stuff. And Yeah, I don't really know. Sometimes I'll explain a little bit about the color scheme, but other than that, I don't really explain about the exterior either. I just kind of do stuff and then I don't really think about it that much, and it makes it difficult to explain why I'm doing certain things when I don't really know why. I just do. So, because I like how it looks, basically. There's no like deep thought put into it. I just do stuff. But with interiors, I put a lot more thought into it, so it's a little bit easier to explain exactly what I'm doing. So, also, I did playtest the kitchen. I do want to point that out because I realized that the hallway table that I put in the middle of the room might have been blocking the stove, but it actually didn't. So it does work. It's a fully playable kitchen. It's fully functional, and just want to point that out. Whenever there's something that I'm looking at and I think that it could possibly be blocked by something in the room, I always play test it as I'm building. So for example, the dining chairs in here are a little bit close to both the ottoman that I put by the window, but also on the other side of the table, they're right up against the wall. However, they still both work. So it's play tested, it's fine, and I did place the tables so that the high chair, even though from what I know from previous videos, the majority of you guys do not use the high chair, including myself. It's just for aesthetic purposes. But it does work if you want to use it, and you can also take it out if you don't. I will not judge you for that. I'd probably do the same. So in here is where the living room was supposed to be. It's kind of like a sunroom, but I decided to put an extra door to the back porch here. There is also one to the front porch so that the customers don't have to go through the house to get to the store. They can just walk in through the side entrance directly into the shop. So yeah, it makes the remaining parts of the house a little bit more private for the family. But this was supposed to be the living room that I then turned into a shop. And as you saw, I put some of the boards up. You can still see them, except from now you can't anymore because we moved on to the bathroom. But they are from City Living. I did place one of them in front of one of the windows, but there were a lot of windows since it's technically a sunroom, so I couldn't put it anywhere else. And it's frustrating me a little bit because I don't like to put things in front of windows, but it's how it had to be done today. So she's basically just shows that the mom has improvised a little bit when it came to her home shop. She had to just make do with what she had, basically, and yeah, that's where she makes a living. Even though it's a very small shop compared to, the whole size of the house, but some of the paintings are worth quite a lot once your Sims get to level 10. Some of the masterpieces are worth, 3,000 or something? I don't really know. So painting is a very good way to make money in The Sims. It wouldn't surprise me if she could easily earn enough to pay for this whole house. They could also be living. They could technically be living in a cheaper area too. I know that areas don't actually affect the price of the houses in The Sims, but if you think about it, like in the real world, they could live in a country where the houses are worth a little bit less, and that's how she can afford it or something. But I definitely don't see her as a struggling artist. I think she's pretty established, and she chose to have her shop at home so she could also take care of the kids and be with them a little bit more and stuff. So yeah, that's her choice. And yeah, basically that's about it. We've moved on to the second floor, so this is actually the mom's bedroom. And I don't think I have used that bed outside of Solani before, but it looked so nice and clean and kind of country-ish in this swatch. So I decided to go for it. I know that the bedside tables here do look a little bit Solani inspired. I don't know what that style, I know what it's called, I just forgot the word. There's a difference. But I still felt like I had to have them match the bed, and I couldn't remember of any other bedside tables that came in the same swatch, the same wood swatch, so I kind of had to go for them. However, they also look kind of rustic as well, so they still fit the overall vibe of the house. And also, by the way, we're not going for any specific color scheme throughout the house. I did decide to go for lighter wood tones for this one just because I felt like it would fit the exterior a little bit better than using the more darker browns. So definitely lighter wood tones, but no specific color like green or anything like that. We do use yellow walls, but that is about it. That's about all that's kind of consistent throughout the entire house, I think. So it's not like super styled or anything like that. It's just very cozy, kind of rustic, kind of country, and It has a lot of family vibes to me, at least, which I really, really like. I wish we had more furniture in this style. Even though I know we already have a lot, I would want like a children's set and a toddler set in this sort of style. I think that would be so freaking cute. I don't know if we're gonna get something like that. If they do a farming pack, they would have to include children's, like when I say children's set, I mean for children's bedrooms, and the same counts for toddlers. If they did a farming pack, they would have to include sets like that, right? So I would really want something like that. Even if I don't really care too much about the gameplay, I would still want sheep, obviously. I go crazy with the sheep, like they're so adorable. But other than that, I would probably focus more on the build by objects, let's be honest. It's kind of what I do, so that's not really surprising to anyone, is it? But yeah, I would want a set like that for both kids and toddlers. I think that would be adorable. Because as you can see in here, the whole furniture vibe in here doesn't fit the rest of the house. It's way too clean and polished. It's not rustic enough. And I don't know. You could possibly use some of the not kids room stuff pack furniture for a kids room in this sort of house, but I still think that a lot of the other furniture that we have looks too mature. And I know that, you know, kids rooms are not necessarily like overly childish or anything. My own kids room, or my own kids room, my own bedroom when I was a kid was definitely not filled with posters or colorful wallpaper or colorful furniture or anything like that. We had, well, actually, except from the bed, at some point we had a bunk bed that was like green, blue, and yellow and red. It was horrible. But anyways, other than that bed, our bedroom was, because I shared a bedroom with my brother for a long time, our bedroom was pretty like neutral colored, actually. It was very white, to be honest, and we had a bookcase in there, a wardrobe probably, something like that, but definitely not what I imagine as children's room in The Sims 4. I like them to be colorful, but yeah. Some of the furniture, my point was, some of the furniture that is rustic that you can use for this sort of interior style, it's just a little bit too mature for a children's room, at least for me, for my style in The Sims 4. So I would want a rustic children's room, children's bedroom. You know what I mean. I just explained it just before. I just don't know how to put it into words. It's fine. My voice is really not doing great today. I don't really know what's going on. Please stop. I can't do my videos if I don't have a voice. It's gonna be fine. I'll just drink some tea, put some honey in it, and we're all good. That's basically my outlook on everything. If I feel a little bit off, I'll go to bed and think, yeah, tomorrow it'll be fine. It'll go away over the night. I did the same when I broke my big toe. I was so clumsy, I got stuck in a couple of floorboards in my old bedroom in my childhood home, and I started running for some reason. I noticed I was stuck, and then I started running. So I fell. I don't know, why would you start running inside in the middle of the night while knowing you're stuck to floorboards? Who does that? Brain switched off, brain farted again, don't really know. But I did that, so proud of myself for that one. Good going, anyways. And I fell and basically hit the top of my foot down on the floor, and I broke my big toe. And I got to the staircase because our bathroom was on the second floor. That's where my toothbrush was. So I had to get out the stairs to get to the bathroom, and I couldn't get out the stairs because my toe hurts so much. If you guys don't know, like, breaking your big toe is so painful. You don't realize how much you need your big toe until it's either broken or you don't have one. It is so painful. So I was standing at the end of like the bottom of the stairs laughing at myself for falling and hitting my toe, and it hurt like crazy, but I was just laughing at myself, not crying or anything, even though it freaking hurt. But anyways, I couldn't get up the stairs, so I went to bed and I just lay in bed looking at the ceiling like, this will be fine. I'll wake up in the morning and it's fine. And then I woke up in the morning and it wasn't fine. So my tactic does not work, but I still use it. I still go by that tactic. Whenever I don't feel well, I'm just like, I'll just go to bed, and when I wake up in the morning, everything is fine. You'll feel all well. Your big toe won't hurt anymore, or whatever else I've hurt because I'm clumsy as, yeah. So it doesn't work. The tactic doesn't work. Don't use it. And that's my point. Sorry for rambling a little bit. I don't know. I just remember that story, and whenever I'm like, I have a cough, or, you know, when you get sick, your skin feels a little bit weird, like it starts to get super sensitive. I always just go to bed and think, it's gone tomorrow, and then sometimes it isn't, sometimes it is. but that tactic doesn't work. That was my point. Sorry for rambling. I don't know. I'm in a rambling mood today, apparently. Don't know what that's about, but anyways, we're pretty much just about done with the backyard, I think. Okay, so I really wanted them to have a grill area because I always give my family homes grill areas. That's a thing. I just like grill areas. I don't know. Okay. I like grill food. So my Sims all like grill food. Faye loves grill food. Anyways, so I needed them to have that area, but I did not know where to put it because I was set on not using flooring, like proper flooring in the backyard because I thought it looked off. I just wanted to use terrain paint, but when you place down, at least for me, also because terrain paint is very difficult to use in Brindleton Bay because it just kind of, a lot of them look off because of the whole grass situation, the grass texture situation that we have. That's a whole other subject. Let's not get onto that. But basically, it was a little bit weird. I like using flooring in my backyards because I don't like placing dining tables or any kind of furniture on just terrain paint. I think it looks weird. So that was a little bit of an issue, but I decided to ignore it for this backyard. So they have a grill area. I put it on, or placed it on the terrain paint right here. It's probably a little bit annoying to walk on if it was in real life, but it's in The Sims. It doesn't move, so it's all good. The Sims won't fall or anything, so we're all good. But yeah, that's basically where they have their little grill area. So yeah, well, that's basically all I have for you guys today. I hope the sponsorship little pre-roll thing at the start of the video was fine with you guys. I don't do a lot of them, but they reached out to me and I actually like the game, so I was like, okay, let's do it. But yeah, I hope it wasn't too annoying or anything. I don't know how to, there's a different word I want to use, I just don't remember it, but I hope it was okay. So anyways, other than that, yeah, you can download this house off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground.